Rogers TV getting you set for LSU football in 2017. SEC Football Media Days just a couple weeks away on July 10th from Hoover, Alabama. We're on the line with Lamar Stevens, big LSU Tigers fan. Lamar has checked out a number of our videos in recent weeks and made some comments and some very astute comments. Lamar and I just had a conversation, obviously knows what he's talking about. So, Lamar, I think this is going to be a good discussion. How you doing today?
Doing well. I'm Mark. Hi, everybody.
You're pretty optimistic about this season. We all know that the talent's there. There's been a lot of turnover on defense. A lot of NFL guys have moved on, led by Jamal Adams and others. The quarterback situation is in play as well, but we'll get to that. So just kind of overall, it appears as though you're pretty optimistic coming off a season that was 5-3 in the SEC.
And yeah, 5-3 is a little bit disappointing for LSU. But when you take into taking apart that we lost the head coach during the time, I guess you can kind of understand. And then it's good having a recruiting class that is ranked number 7, holding on to that while you're losing your coach. My optimism for this season, I'd say we'll start on defensive end. Yes, the LSU defense lost a good amount of star talent. Jamal Adams, Kendall Beckwith on the linebacking core. And other linebackers, Trey White at cornerback. So it's a lot of star NFL talent, guys that are going to start in the NFL in their rookie seasons. So how do you replace that? That this LSU defense is actually better equipped than last year's LSU defense. Last year's LSU defense had star power, and I think that star power kind of maxed a lot of the holes in that defense, and certain teams were able to exploit that. I think at the nose tackle, there was a big hole at nose tackle for us. And when big backs like Cam Petaway from Auburn or Jordan Scarlett from Florida, Bo Scarborough from Alabama, when they started running up the middle, running towards the edge, we didn't have an answer for that. And then when Kendall Beckwith went down, we really didn't have an answer for that. And teams were able to exploit it. Now, the defense did do well and, held those teams to low scores. But could have done better. And yeah, the offense could have helped them out by scoring at least more than 20 points. But I did notice those holes. And I think this season is bigger. Devon Gaucha, we lose Neal on the defensive end. But we're coming back with 5-star recruit Rashard Lawrence. And also, Greg Gilmore's coming back for a senior season. And that's at nose tackle. And that's an interesting take for me because I kind of feel that Ed Alexander is a better fit. He's got 30 to 20 pounds on Greg Gilmore. I feel Greg Gilmore would be better suited for 3 technique. So kind of a 3 technique defensive tackle, defensive end, whatever you want to call it. Now, I'm no coach, so I wouldn't tell anybody what to do. But when those big backs come knocking, Cam Petaway, Bo Scarborough, when they're knocking on your defensive line, you need somebody that's going to either hold the line or push the line back. Somebody that's going to eat up blockers. When Greg Gilmore was there, and I'm sorry to name names, but when he was at nose tackle, linemen were getting the second level, getting blocks on linebackers, and just putting people in positions that were not advantageous. Even the play where Kendall Beckwith got injured, he was shedding a block. And Jordan Scarlett, it's just a freak accident. Jordan Scarlett comes through, guys get a second level blocking Kendall Beckwith. Kendall tries to get an arm on him, and he blows his knee out. That's not anybody's fault. But if you can keep those linemen blocking defensive linemen, and if you can beat those linemen, then and get penetration, you're in good shape. And LSU wasn't doing that. Kendall Beckwith and Duke Riley, that's the name I wanted to find. Duke Riley were doing a great job filling gaps and just getting there early. And it kind of matched that, I would say, weakness on the LSU defensive line.
So with Tayshawn Bauer gone, and also you mentioned Davin Godchow along the defensive front right in the middle there. You mentioned the 2 great linebackers with Kendall Beckwith and Duke Riley. Trey White, one of the best cornerbacks in the SEC. Jamal Adams, one of the best safeties, and I would argue the best complete safety in college football. Even with those losses, you think you're gonna stake your reputation on the defense being more productive this year than it was in 16.
Yes, because it's just a better fit. These guys are a better fit. Now, granted, sure, maybe they don't click this year. I kind of expect them to click this year because there's a lot of returning guys. They're not true freshmen. They've been with the Rander for a year. But I think there's the right mix of experience and youth, like skillful youth at these positions. I think the secondary will benefit from a better defensive line. I think Rashard Lawrence at the 3 technique, he's a better fit than Lewis Neal or Tayshawn Bauer. Whether or not it's Greg Gilmore or Ed Alexander in the middle, just take your pick there and see who's productive. But at least you got 2 returning guys, and both of them are over 300 pounds. Again, also, Rashard Lawrence is over 300 pounds. So there's going to take a lot of effort to block those guys. Christian Lancashire, another returner, coming off an injury of 300 pounds. So all these guys are around the 300, 310 pound, one guy at 330. And, hey, hopefully Tyler Shelvin coming in later in the fall, put in some minutes and give some effort as well. So reportedly he's lost weights. He came in recorded at 370 pounds, I want to say, coming out of the 2017 class. But I've heard that he's down to 320, 330. And at that weight, you can contribute.